Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 origin continent based on novel. So let's start. Huyang City, Dream Flower Tower. Luo Feng arrived here with his two servants, Morosa and Moyu Qingyang. Lord Luo He has come. It's Lord Luo He. The entire Dream Flower Tower was abuzz. Whether it was other patrons of the tower, or the internal members, all attention was on Lord Luo He. After all, the battle 5 eras prior had proven his terrifying strength, invincible below the primal chaos realm, with the lives of Divine Monarch Shuiyun, Yu Qianshu, Yu Qianyi. Dream Flower has seen the Divine Monarch. Dream Flower Tower Master approached with the young musician, Araya, and greeted Luo Feng with a radiant smile. Divine Monarch, the usual place. The usual place, Luo Feng smiled in reply. Please, Dream Flower Tower Master led the way. Soon, they arrived at the Orchid Star Hall. Nowadays, the Orchid Star Hall was exclusively for Lord Luo His use, and any other distinguished guests could only visit other halls. Ever since Black Butcher took his apprentices and followed Her Royal Highness Princess Yu Shui Qianyu to the royal capital, Luo Feng, even when enjoying fine food, generally came to the Dream Flower Tower. He seldom went anywhere else. Divine Monarch, please, the Dream Flower Tower Master personally poured him wine and accompanied him at his side. You flatter me, Tower Master. Have you composed any new pieces lately? Luo Feng asked with a smile. Knowing that the Divine Monarch enjoys listening to music, I have indeed composed more than a dozen new pieces, the Dream Flower Tower Master replied. Then I must have a good listen later. Luo Feng was quite polite towards Dream Flower Tower Master. On one hand, because of his good friend Shang Qianyan's relationship with the Tower Master, he felt he should show some consideration. On the other hand, ever since his spiritual will had broken through to the godly king level, within Huyang City, even when using the 7 emotions of heart refining technique, only the Tower Master's music could immerse him fully. Araya, begin your performance. The Tower Master nodded towards her. Luo Feng watched with appreciation. The young musician Araya concentrated on playing the music. Her illusion technique had become much stronger over the past 30-some eras, but since Luo Feng's will had reached the godly king level, Araya's illusion technique had a much weaker effect on him, serving merely as a simple entertainment while he ate and drank. Araya's illusion technique has become even more impressive, Luo Feng complimented after Araya had finished playing. Thank you, Divine Monarch, Araya respectfully bowed, though she felt a bit dejected inside. She could see that once, Lord Luo He would immerse himself completely in her illusion technique, even to the point of being moved to tears. But now, he only listened with a smile. My skills are still too weak. It has become very difficult to please the Divine Monarch. Araya too had worked hard, but her illusion technique had already peaked at the pinnacle of the true god of void space, and she saw no hope of reaching the eternal true god realm. Araya stepped aside to retreat. The Dream Flower Tower Master sat there, surrounded by floating petals, with snowflakes naturally forming around her. Music spontaneously arose, with the natural world as her instrument. Her illusion technique carried a magical enchantment. The power of an illusion technique from an eternal true god was immense. Luo Feng willingly applied the 7 emotions of heart refining technique to enhance the magic of the music immeasurably so that he could be absorbed into it. As the most important guest of the Dream Flower Tower, the Tower Master knew well Luo Feng's preferences. The pieces she composed were all capable of evoking deep emotional responses within Luo Feng. Just a few pieces of music and the master enjoys them that much. Morosa, not far away, ate and drank heartily, mumbling to himself. After more than a dozen pieces had concluded, Luo Feng's emotions slowly calmed down. Good, Tower Master, these new pieces are very nice, complimented Luo Feng. Thank you for your compliment, Divine Monarch. The Dream Flower Tower Master had been quite nervous after the deaths of Shang Qianyang and Shuiyun, but then she discovered that Lord Luo He started to enjoy her illusion technique. This thrilled her. She even began to speculate, in the past, Lord Luo He enjoyed Araya's illusion technique, and he ignored me for over 20 eras. Shortly after the death of Shang Qianyang and Huyang, however, he began to like my music. Could he be pretending, just like Shang Qianyang and Huyang were? The pretense of Shang Qianyang and Huyang shattered all confidence of the Dream Flower Tower Master. What power does Lord Luo He have? Invincible below the primal chaos realm, would he really be captivated by her illusion? She lacked confidence. Lord Luo He is compassionate and loyal. Perhaps it's because of his brotherly bond with Shang Qianyang that he keeps coming to the Dreamflower Tower. The Dreamflower Tower Master theorized, no matter, as long as the outside world believes that Lord Luo He really enjoys my illusion technique, that's enough. The Dreamflower Tower Master was also very grateful to Lord Luo He. For this reason, she used every means possible to regularly compose new pieces for Lord Luo He. The contemplation of the 3000 Void Calamity Beast diagram exhausts the spiritual will. Listening to the illusion technique with the 7 emotions of heart refining technique allows me to completely relax and cleanses my spirit, washing away all exhaustion. Luo Feng still highly valued the Dream Flower Tower Master. Long periods of cultivation can lead to weariness and numbness. 7 emotions of heart refining bring back the touch of one's own heart. I have completely mastered the full catastrophe beast diagram, Luo Feng thought silently, yet every contemplation still brings me new insights. These 5 eras were a period of rapid progress for Luo Feng. Often facing the great Tao of life origin, with Morosa having reached the primal chaos realm, and often displaying the destruction of the origin, Luo Feng's long-term contemplation and deep accumulation naturally far surpassed that of 5 eras ago. He had long ago mastered the catastrophe beast diagram. Now he was revisiting it over and over. He also occasionally visited the primal chaos layer, capturing more than a dozen creatures imbued with complete primal chaos laws, such as the Silverlight creature. As his strength increased, capturing these creatures became easier. Without these opportunities, even 500 eras of cultivation wouldn't compare to these 5, Luo Feng mused. The assistance of several major fortuitous encounters was indeed significant. Just the great Tao of life origin alone had allowed him to make rapid progress. As for realm accumulation, I am still above Huyang, he thought. Yet, I still have not deciphered the primal chaos laws. Luo Feng frowned. The law lineage is indeed more difficult than the bloodline lineage. Search *the novel_fire.et website on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. Huyang, with his accumulation, transformed to the primal chaos realm in life and death struggles. Whereas to comprehend the primal chaos laws, he indeed required a much deeper accumulation of knowledge. The city of Huyang was at its most bustling and prosperous during the daytime, with dense crowds of cultivators entering the city from various gates. A flying boat was soaring through the skies above Huyang City. Inside the flying boat, there stood 19 figures, led by a man with 3 eyes. The 3-eyed man, donned in a grey robe, looked through the walls of the flying boat at the vast Huyang City and smiled. This is Huyang City, where the foundation of our Heart Shadow sect will be established for many years to come. Our Heart Shadow sect will finally have its foundation, said the other 18 figures with mixed emotions. Most of them had once left the Heart Shadow sect and taken root elsewhere. However, this time the Heart Shadow sect was determined to firmly establish its foundation. At the call of the sect, and with the support of 2 primal chaos overlords in the shadows, these elite members of the sect had come one after another, forming what was now the 18 elders of the Heart Shadow sect. The 18 elders, each one of them formidable, and some even surpassing the sect leader in strength. The Heart Shadow sect had undergone several declines, and was already divided from within. Although the return of some sect elites from the land of origin strengthened the overall power, it also intensified the internal fragmentation. But, when it came to claiming their foundational territory, they were united. Even the 2 covert primal chaos overlords demanded they seize the foundational territory. Once the 2 primal chaos overlords achieved a breakthrough, and no longer feared powerful enemies, they too would return to the sect. No one in the entire Zhujiang Primal Chaos Prefecture can stop us, the 3-eyed man declared with confidence. Even if the Marquis of Zhujiang himself appears, Marquis Liu Yin will personally deal with him. All we need to do is sweep away all the eternal true gods. Even in its current weakened state, our Heart Shadow sect can easily sweep away the eternal true gods of a primal chaos prefecture, a figure formed of flowing water said leisurely. I've heard that the most formidable in Huyang City is Lord Luo He, said a blind figure. I wish to personally test his strength. Elder Heart Eye, Lord Luo He is extremely strong, and I'm afraid only you have the power to fight him, another elder replied. Without Elder Heart Eye, we would likely rely on formations to confront Lord Luo He, the rest of the elders chimed in. There was a hint of fear towards Elder Heart Eye among them. When the Heart Shadow sect was whole, he was the most powerful. After the sect's decline and split, he left to traverse various parts of the land of origin, honing himself. It took extensive efforts by Marquis Liu Yin to personally coax him back this time. My friends, the three-eyed man swept his gaze over the 18 elders. Let Huyang City fear the name of our Heart Shadow sect. Yes. Ha ha. The 18 elders were all filled with fighting spirit, and under their command were countless eternal true gods of void space, and true god disciples. The flying boat suddenly grew immensely larger, and at the same time, around it materialized numerous other massive flying boats. In the blink of an eye, more than 1,000 large flying boats appeared, suspended high above Huyang City. This scene caught the attention of many cultivators within Huyang City, and also drew the notice of the city's officials. Boom. 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 One after another, super large legion treasures appeared out of nowhere. Ha ha ha. We've waited far too long, and finally, today has come. They took various forms: colossal humanoid creatures, immense exotic beasts, strange lakes, super large plants, a giant golden eye, and a hunched creature carrying a sword. 139 super large legion treasures appeared all at once. Each of these legion treasures of the Heart Shadow sect was operated by at least 10 eternal true gods, and tens of thousands of true gods of void space. There were no mere true gods. Unlike the Huyang Legion, which typically had only one eternal true god, tens of thousands of true gods of void space, and millions of true gods in operation, the Heart Shadow sect didn't need any true gods, and instead boasted more eternal true gods, making it even more formidable. Inside the thousands of large flying boats, there were also a vast number of disciples. After all, they were once a large sect that boasted 3 primal chaos overlords. Having called scattered disciples from all around after 5 eras, they now possessed nearly 40% of their former strength. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The Huyang guard arriving through the void looked at the 139 large legion treasures with awe and fear, as well as the enormous flying boats, each exuding a terrifying aura. What is your purpose in coming to Huyang City? A leader of Huyang guard asked nervously. The Huyang guards were all very tense and fearful. The leading commander, although he was an eternal true god, could not help but feel his heart tremble in fear instinctively at the sight of 139 super large legion treasures. He was afraid too. What is our purpose in coming to Huyang City? Ha ha ha. Among the many super large legion treasures, one super large plant-based treasure burst into laughter, its rolling laughter generating terrifying sound waves that swept over the Huyang guards. The Huyang guards were all blown far away by the impact. The leading commander too was sent flying, utterly unconcerned about losing face. This is a serious situation now. The visitors mean harm. As he was thrown, the commander also realized the peril Huyang City was in, merely relying on Huyang Legion, in front of 139 super large legion treasures, we stand no chance. Such a powerful force coming over, and not fearing the deterrence of the Marquis of Zhujiang, is probably sent from Sha Kingdom. Anyone with a bit of insight could guess that. A powerful force forcibly entering a primal chaos prefecture, the godly kings of Yu Kingdom would be furious. An active invasion of their territory could powderize them within a day. That's also why, previously, the Heart Shadow sect couldn't find a foothold in the land of origin. The land of the entire land of origin had already been divided among various divine kingdoms and major powers. Only representing Sha Kingdom would Heart Shadow Sect's invasion into Zhejiang Primal Chaos Prefecture represent a conflict between two countries? At the city owner's mansion, there was, however, panic at the moment. Bad. It's the Heart Shadow Sect. The visitors mean harm, they are likely to attack the city owner's mansion. The divine power incarnations of the leaders of the 5 great families gathered here. Looking at the scene monitoring the whole city, they also saw the entire imposing army of the Heart Shadow Sect. Originally, the Heart Shadow Sect offended the great Saint Zhu, who personally went to the Heart Shadow Sect's gates. 3 primal chaos realms from Heart Shadow Sect resisted the great Saint Zhu using the formation. That battle, one of the Heart Shadow Sect's 3 primal chaos realms was killed, the other 2 fled. Even now, they can only hide in the shadows, not daring to appear publicly, Commander Moli Xiao grimaced. Since then, the Heart Shadow Sect has been in complete decline, even splitting apart. The Lord of Huyang City nodded. The declining Heart Shadow Sect was then recruited by Marquis Liu Yin, and has been under his protection until today. Their coming here today undoubtedly means that Marquis Liu Yin is behind it. Marquis Liu Yin, in the entirety of Shi Kingdom, was one of the strongest few in the primal chaos realm, his path of growth already one of blood and fire, and that of dark catastrophe. Never fearing strong enemies. Protecting the weakened Heart Shadow Sect was something even the great Saint Zhu did not bother about. The great Saint Zhu was mild-tempered, unwilling to initiate a life and death battle if not provoked. The message has already been reported to the Marquis. An elderly man with white hair said, "The Marquis instructed us to first hold the city owner's mansion." Hold the city owner's mansion. Only by relying on the city owner's mansion can we hold off for a while. They all felt bitterness in their hearts. The whole of Huyang City, just like a super-large mechanical treasure, its core being the city owner's mansion. Even the likes of Shuiyun, Yuqian, Shu had never thought to breach into the city owner's mansion. Depending on the uniqueness of the city owner's mansion, they had the confidence to hold for some time. Outside of the city owner's mansion, they had absolutely no confidence in resisting the Heart Shadow Sect. Let the core of the 5 great families first retreat into the city owner's mansion. Heart Shadow Sect might directly start the battle. The 5 great families were very anxious. Even with the help of the city owner's mansion, they only dared to say hold on. The power difference between the 2 sides was too great. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Thousands of large flying boats had a terrifying presence, along with 139 super-large mechanical secret treasures flying in the air. They might deter the Huyang guards from approaching, causing not a single unit from Huyang's 10 great legions to dare intercept. Whoosh! Whoosh! Suddenly, 2 divine power incarnations descended. It was the Lord of Huyang City and Commander Moli Xiao themselves. At that moment, the many super-large mechanical secret treasures, all focused on the 2 of them, along with the thousands of flying boats, the numerous eternal true gods inside, and a multitude of true gods of void space all looking over. This invisible pressure startled the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. True to being a sect founded by a godly king, even in decline, they still have thousands of eternal true gods. The Lord of Huyang City inwardly gasped. He wasn't surprised. Heart Shadow Sect in its completeness, guarded by 3 primal chaos realms, had tens of thousands of eternal true gods. Its faction's foundation covering 3 primal chaos prefectures, firmly rooted with treasures left by a godly king. Only afterward, having offended the great Saint Zhu, did they split and decline. Despite that, no one dared to underestimate Heart Shadow Sect. Because the 2 primal chaos realms in hiding might break through in strength someday, no longer fearing the great Saint Zhu, and at that time Heart Shadow Sect could rise again. Members of Heart Shadow Sect, the Lord of Huyang City spoke. A man with 3 eyes flew out from a flying boat, showing himself and smiling. Heart Shadow Sect Feng Yuqi greets the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. So, it's the sect leader of Heart Shadow Sect, the Lord of Huyang City said, with such a grand presence. What does Heart Shadow Sect plan to do in Huyang City? Sigh. Search the ovalfire.net website on Google to access chapters of novels early and in the highest quality. The 3-eyed man sighed softly. My Heart Shadow Sect, in such decline, has searched the world, yet it's hard to find a founding place for our sect. We came to Huyang City, just seeking a temporary place to settle. At this moment, 139 super-large mechanical secret treasures looked down upon the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao. Even if the three-eyed man sounded pitiful, the Lord of Huyang City, Commander Moli Xiao couldn't trust him. Merely seeking a place to settle, why such a grand scale? Please constrain your disciples, sect leader of Heart Shadow, so as not to affect Huyang City, the Lord of Huyang City said. I will do my best to restrain my disciples, the three-eyed man smiled. I won't accompany the two of you anymore. I still need to arrange for my disciples. After all, with so many disciples of Heart Shadow sect, the arrangement is troublesome. This video will end here.